I cannot thank you enough for the love and sympathy you have shown our whole family.
King Charles has just sent shockwaves across Britain and the entire royal world. After allegedly hiding this secret for more than 40 years, the king has finally revealed the existence of a fourth child connected to the royal family. A child whose story began during one of the most difficult periods of his marriage to Princess Diana. This news has triggered an intense reaction across Britain. Palace insiders have reportedly been left stunned, royal supporters are divided, and critics are questioning how such a major secret could have remained hidden for so long. So who is this child? Where did she grow up? And most importantly, what is she doing now? Let's take a closer look at the shocking story that has everyone talking. The announcement. It was October 2025 when King Charles III made this decision. At 77 years old, after spending more than 5 decades in the public eye, the king chose to reveal a secret that had allegedly been hidden for over 40 years. He invited just 5 journalists to Clarence House, his official London residence. The meeting was held behind closed doors, no cameras were allowed inside, no recording devices were permitted. The only people present were the king, a small number of palace aides, and 5 reporters who had spent years covering the royal family with discretion and professionalism. According to those familiar with the meeting, the atmosphere was tense from the moment it began. The king explained that several factors had pushed him toward this decision. First, there were growing concerns about his health. Second, he had reached a point in life where he wanted to confront mistakes and regrets from the past. Most importantly, reports suggested that an investigative journalist had obtained documents connected to a long-hidden royal secret. Charles understood that if those documents became public, the story would no longer be under his control. Faced with 2 options, allow someone else to reveal the truth or reveal it himself, he chose the second path. What came next stunned the journalists. Charles allegedly confirmed the existence of a 4th child connected to the royal family. According to his account, the child had been born during the early 1980s, a period marked by growing tension, unhappiness, and instability within his marriage to Princess Diana. Within hours, news of the meeting spread through the palace corridors and across the country. Everyone, including palace staff, was shocked to hear it. Because after all, who was this child? And why had her existence remained hidden for so many years? The child. No one knew about. The child King Charles described was Charlotte Anne, a girl whose existence, according to his account, remained hidden from the public for more than 42 years. Charlotte was born on March 15, 1983, in a private London clinic, far from royal ceremonies and media attention. According to Charles's, Charlotte was not his biological daughter. Instead, she was Diana's child from a brief relationship that occurred during a time when her marriage was already under severe strain. In 1982, Diana was only 21 years old. She had recently become a mother after giving birth to Prince William in June of that year. While the public viewed Charles and Diana as the future of the monarchy, the reality behind palace walls was very different. Their relationship was already beginning to fall apart, and Diana reportedly felt isolated and deeply unhappy. At the same time, Charles was traveling frequently on royal duties and remained emotionally connected to Camilla Parker Bowles. According to the story, it was during this lonely period that Diana formed a relationship outside her marriage. Everything changed when Charles learned of the pregnancy in late 1982. His initial reaction was said to be anger and shock. However, after witnessing Diana's emotional struggle, he eventually agreed to a plan that would keep the situation hidden from the public. The condition was simple but heartbreaking. After the baby was born, she would be placed for adoption. The adoption was reportedly arranged through a private agency connected to the Church of England. Charlotte was adopted by a couple in Norfolk who were in their late 30s and unable to have children. They were told only that the baby's mother came from a prominent family. But while the circumstances of Charlotte's birth remained hidden, her life was only just beginning. Charlotte's hidden life. After her adoption in March 1983, Charlotte Anne grew up in Norfolk, far from the world of palaces, royal titles, and constant media attention. The couple who adopted Charlotte welcomed her with love and devotion. She attended local schools, made friends, and enjoyed a normal childhood. While newspapers around the world followed every move made by the royal family, Charlotte lived completely outside that spotlight. She never suspected that her life was connected to one of the biggest secrets in modern royal history. As the years passed, Charlotte built a quiet and fulfilling life for herself. She married in her 20s, remained in Norfolk, and became the mother of 3 children. For more than 42 years, Charlotte believed the story she had always been told about her family. Then, in August 2025, everything changed. According to the account, a private secretary from King Charles arrived at her Norfolk home carrying documents, photographs, and a personal letter from the king. In a single afternoon, Charlotte allegedly learned that her entire understanding of her identity was incomplete. As news of the revelation spread, media attention quickly followed. Reporters and photographers gathered outside her home, while tabloids reportedly offered large sums of money for exclusive interviews. Charlotte declined every request. Instead, she released a brief statement through her lawyer, asking for privacy while she processed the shocking information. Friends described her as overwhelmed but remarkably composed. But Charlotte's discovery was only part of the story. Behind the secret were years of sadness, regret, and unanswered questions. At the center of it all was Princess Diana, who, according to the account, never stopped thinking about the daughter she lost. Diana's grief. Princess Diana carried the loss of Charlotte Anne for the remaining 14 years of her life. From March 15, 1983, when Charlotte was born, until her death on August 31, 1997. To the public, Diana appeared to be a devoted mother to Prince William and Prince Harry. But those closest to her reportedly noticed moments of sadness that seemed impossible to explain. The sadness was often strongest in mid-March each year, around Charlotte's birthday. Diana never forgot that date. Every year, she imagined what her daughter might look like, how much she had grown, and what kind of life she was living. Diana also carried a small silver locket containing a lock of her daughter's hair. She wore it hidden beneath her clothes and rarely allowed anyone to see it. Diana also kept a separate diary in which she wrote letters to Charlotte for every birthday and every Mother's Day. She would write about William and Harry, the challenges of royal life, and the kind of mother she hoped she was becoming. By 1995, Diana was reportedly considering telling the world the truth. While preparing for her famous Panorama interview, she allegedly drafted sections about Charlotte and the circumstances surrounding her birth. In the end, however, she chose not to speak publicly. And in her final years, Diana took one more step. She reportedly hired a private investigator to locate Charlotte. By the summer of 1997, the search had been narrowed to 3 families in Norfolk. Diana planned to wait until Charlotte turned 18 before making contact. But that reunion never happened. Just weeks later, on August 31, 1997, Diana died in Paris. For years, the story remained buried. Yet once Charlotte's existence became known, attention quickly shifted from the past to what it could mean for the monarchy's future. The future of monarchy. Camilla knew about all of this from the very beginning. In September 1982, Charles reportedly drove to her home in the middle of the night, devastated and searching for advice. It was during those conversations that Camilla allegedly suggested the adoption plan. More than 4 decades later, when Charles revealed the secret in October 2025, Camilla released her own statement. She admitted she had known about the situation from the beginning and expressed regret for the advice she had given. The public response was immediate. Critics blamed her for helping shape a decision that changed several lives forever. The revelation also affected Charles's sons. William reportedly learned the full truth in June 2025 when Charles invited him to Balmoral. During a private meeting that lasted nearly 3 hours, Charles presented documents and photographs explaining the entire story. Sources claimed William spent days processing the information before sharing it with Catherine. Both were said to be deeply saddened by what Diana had endured and by the existence of a half-sister they had never known. Harry's experience was very different. He reportedly learned about Charlotte through media reports after details of the story leaked, He later released a statement supporting Charlotte and criticizing the palace for decades of secrecy. The public reaction was equally dramatic. Support for the monarchy reportedly fell to 48%, its lowest level in 50 years. Across Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, Republican groups used the controversy to question the future of the institution. In the end, the story became about far more than Charlotte. It raised questions about trust, honesty, and accountability. While William and Catherine remained popular, many wondered whether one confession could truly repair more than 40 years of silence. King Charles carried this secret for over 40 years. Diana carried it to her grave. And Charlotte Anne lived her entire life without knowing the truth about where she came from. Now that truth is out, the royal family is facing a level of public scrutiny it has not seen since Diana's death. So, what do you think? Did King Charles do the right thing by finally revealing the truth? Or should he have spoken out much sooner? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories like this. We'll see you in the next one.